Thank you, Abhishek. So I'd like to first thank everybody that's joined us today. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to learn a little bit more about how to monetize your business intelligence investment. RJT is really focused on helping organizations to get more value from their enterprise data and collaborate more effectively both internal to your organization as well as with other organizations and partners. I'm really happy to have Kevin McManus and Darren on the phone with us today. They both have been in the IT and business intelligence industry for over 15 years. Kevin is someone that has innovated significantly on the BusinessObjects platform and delivered significant value to Fortune 500 companies around the world. We're excited to have him with us and to talk about some of the innovations that they've created and how that can deliver value to our customers, and hopefully find the presentation exciting and interesting today. With that, I'll go ahead and turn it over to Darren.
Thanks, Charles, for that introduction. So what we'd like to do here is just go through a brief agenda and really provide you some very concise information about this concept of monetizing business intelligence, which we're seeing more and more in the marketplace as a significant and new way to actually leverage an existing IT investment. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the key business drivers for this idea. Then we'll talk specifically about how you go through and monetize your business intelligence. We'll go into a demo and show you how some customers are currently implementing this in production. We'll talk a little bit about the core requirements, the do's and don'ts to make this successful. We'll talk a little bit about the inevitable build versus buy decision when looking to monetize your business intelligence. And then, as we said earlier, we'll open it up for questions and answers. So with that said, just a couple data points here. This was a quote from Accenture I had picked up a couple months ago while reading through a white paper on a plane. It's very clear that Web 2.0 interfaces, everything now needs to be accessed via a portal. And consumers, partners, vendors, whoever you're doing business with, it's almost a hard requirement now for them to have some level of self-service to your company, your organization, your products and services via a portal. And those are two hot buzzwords, specifically self-service, DIY, portal. How much of my business can I enable the people in my supply chain to consume? Just one other data point here, and that is a study from last year showing that what exactly are we doing in IT? Well, a couple things you'll notice here is the second bullet here, or the second statistic, which says CIOs, leadership, IT, we're looking to introduce new IT-led products and services for our customers. So IT is actually leading the charge. If you couple that with the second to last one, which is getting better business intelligence to more employees faster, you put the two of those together, and that's what we see a lot in our little patch of technology here, and that is BusinessObjects is an IT-owned process, but we're now taking an IT-owned process, and we're now trying to get that IT-owned process and turn it into from a cost center into a profit center by getting it into the hands of our customers. What's the story? What are people saying? What's the key driver for this? And maybe this might be your story and the reason why you're on the phone today. And that is businesses are coming to the point where they have almost 15 years of data, all different types of data, recording record data about their transactions, about their customers, about their lines of business. And for the most part, there's an internal process already in place. Many of you probably have business objects up and running. You have internal consumption. Internal lines of business are already opening up tools and resources within your firewall, within your company, and you're making good business decisions based on that intelligence. So from an internal consumption perspective, you might have a very successful business intelligence program. We're now shifting a little bit and saying, well, I've made this wildly successful internally in my company. Is there a way to extend this asset we've developed and get it out to our customers? Is there a way for me to take business intelligence, repackage it in a way, move it out of the firewall onto an external portal, and then allow my customers or supply chain vendors, whoever I'm interacting with, to access that external display and be able to consume some of this? And would they find that meaningful and interesting? Could we make that actually self-service? And would that be a value add? Would that even be sellable? Would a customer even pay for that? To give you a very specific example of this, I've had 2 or 3 conversations that have unfolded like this, and the conversations go something to the effect of, Darren, we need to get business intelligence up and out onto our existing partner portal. I just lost a contract to one of my competitors, and the reason why I lost the contract is they had this great value add where their partners could log into their external portal, and they're serving up rich graphical dashboards about the consumption of that partner or supplier's product. I need that to stay competitive. So how do I do that? And literally that's almost half of the conversations we have nowadays. How do I stay competitive? Going back to the Accenture quote, by offering more valuable service to my customers, partners, and external people I'm doing business with. So, and the last bullet here is, what's interesting about this is that this is actually a business-led initiative. So we have an IT asset, and we have a business saying, like in this case, a Salesforce saying, I'm losing contracts because I don't have value add on my portals. Can I get business intelligence value add? So in that, the leveraging business objects, putting it on an external portal actually becomes a sales tool to win over customers in competitive situations when you're going against other businesses in your vertical. So what are the models? How do I do this? If I'm going to throw business intelligence out on a portal, what are the paradigms to actually present this? The first model we see customers going to is the subscription model, okay? And that is where our company has collected a significant amount of data, and we can actually do some level of trend or demographic analysis. And now we're turning around and we're actually setting up a subscription back to our customers saying, would you find this data feed and this set of dashboards and reports interesting? We're going to provide you market and or demographic data to help you make better decisions about your business, okay? And that in turn, providing that to our existing customers, it helps them to find new products and markets. The next model we have is the value add model, and that's what I referenced in my previous example. I've had a portal, I've had vendors and partners, I've had customers for years. They've been logging into my portal, and I've been transacting business with them. If my portal had 4 tabs, I'd like a 5th tab now, and that 5th tab would say reports and dashboards. And I would like my current and existing customers or vendors to go to that tab, click on it, and all of a sudden now they have this complete self-service dashboarding and reporting function they've never had. It's an added value to an existing relationship. The types of data that we're producing are KPIs, the way products are moving or flowing through an organization. So this is interesting and useful data to help my customers and partners make better decisions about how they're actually doing business with us. The last monetization model is what we call a content model. So it's one thing to throw up a bunch of reports and dashboards in a portal. It's another, and that's very quantitative, very interesting. It would be additionally interesting to actually then be able to have a conversation, to be able to provide qualitative analysis. So we see some customers now taking, in some cases, specific web parts, like a Webby chart, putting it into like a content system or an article, and then basically soliciting feedback around a qualitative analysis of that chart. You know, market some type of trend. Here's my qualitative analysis. Please leave your comment. Share this link out with a friend. Take a poll on whether or not you found this analysis useful. So we're actually getting customer engagement off of this intelligence. You know, what that does is it enables us to get better insight into what our customers are thinking about the type of data we're producing, and it could possibly lead to opportunities like cross-sell or upsell opportunities where I could actually maybe even do some level of marketing or promotion around that data analysis. So with that said, given those three models, I'm actually going to turn the presentation over to Kevin McManus. We're just going to blip out here for a second, and Kevin will actually be able to go on and give you a demo of how some of our customers have been leveraging this in the marketplace. So we need to, can the RJT folks take back the presenter rights and hand those to Kevin?
Sure, Aaron.
Thank you. Okay, have we handed those presenter rights over? Perfect.
Change for a moment. Okay. Kevin should have controls now.
Great. Thanks. So, guys, this is Kevin McManus, and I just wanted to obviously show you some examples, and to just follow up on what Darren said. We see different models. We see models where there's existing portals that are providing some type of information, things like inventory, sales status, maybe some basic communications, and really the idea of bringing